Hey everybody, I'm Tim here with the Cohiba Royale, and you're watching Cigars Daily. I want to invite you to get even more out of this video and all of our videos when you watch them now on cigarsdailyplus.com, where you can even leave your review of a cigar right next to mine under the video. The new Cohiba Royale was designed to be a one-of-a-kind blend from a one-of-a-kind brand. Certainly Cohiba has more recognition than just about any cigar brand on the face of the planet, but in their massive and very long-standing catalog, there's nothing quite like the Cohiba Royale. A lot of their past blends have been more mild to medium, with the recent Cohiba Connecticut coming out and making that full, mild blend available to Cohiba lovers. But recently they put out the Royale to reach an entirely different segment of their own audience. People who love full-bodied cigars, and that's what this thing is supposed to be today. It uses a Nicaraguan broadleaf wrapper from the Jalapa Valley, along with a combination of binders and fillers from the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, and Honduras to hopefully produce a more full-bodied flavor. The other thing that helps this blend stand apart is that the leaves in it, all of them have been aged for 5 to 6 years. That means the wrapper, binder, and filler, and that really departs from what a lot of other cigar makers are doing, because they'll typically age just the wrapper or just the binder. There's only 1 or 2 components that really get a lot of age on them. This one is aged through and through and through, and so my question with this today is, not only can it provide that more full-bodied flavor, but can it give balance of notes and a really amazing profile, the kind of thing people have come to expect from Cohiba? And the only way to find out is with a cut and a light. All right, so here at Light Up, this thing does come out with a lot of flavor up front from the very first puff, which I guess I sort of seem surprised about, and I shouldn't be, because this cigar prices in right around the mid-$20 range. $25, I think, to $28, depending on the size. That's a freaking expensive cigar, so it damn well better have a lot of flavor from Light Up, and fortunately, it does. It's a really nice, fuller-bodied flavor profile, and not full-on, dark, full-bodied. I would say medium plus to full-bodied, but really nice pepper on the retrohale. On the tongue, there is lots of dark chocolate, along with some leather, really nice vanilla note in there, and some coffee. A really nice sort of fuller bodied profile to accompany a fuller bodied stick that's really medium plus in strength. And so here at Light Up, I'm getting some really, really good stuff, and I don't even know how much chance there is for this to grow because the profile's filled out really well. So let's jump into the first third and see where this takes us. All right, we're most of the way through this first third, and I'll say it's holding a beautiful ash with a great burn. The thing continues to pump out really nice, fuller-bodied flavor, and I continually come back to this because with brands like Cohiba, a lot of the other really high-end brands out there, the question I perpetually find myself asking is this cigar expensive because there's a market for expensive cigars and somebody's got to make them, or is it expensive because there's extra time and energy and effort and attention to detail put into the blend? They say that every leaf in this is aged for 5 to 6 years, and certainly that would seem to reflect in a very smooth, well-balanced flavor that has a lot going on in it. Seems like there was real attention to detail, at least in blending this thing, and the construction hasn't suffered at all either. So I want to keep seeing where this takes us into the second third, because I'm hopeful for some transitions, and I want to keep an eye on construction here and burn. I do have a small tear in the wrapper about just past the halfway point. I have to keep a close eye on that too. So let's jump into the second third now and see where this takes us. Well, the second third has been kind of a wild ride for me. That very small crack in the wrapper turned into a larger crack and a larger one sort of as I smoked through it. And I got really concerned about the overall experience with this thing. I'm actually kind of keeping the band on right now because I don't want that crack to continue into the final third. And surprisingly for me, really no suffering of flavor for that crack in the wrapper. The thing has still maintained a relatively even burn with no substantial needs, no need for touch touch-up or anything like that. That has been impressive to me, even with a cracked wrapper. It'll lose a point or two somewhere in there for the wrapper issue, but at the same time, flavor on this continues to just hum right along, and no transition coming into the second third. It's that same really nice flavor I got in the first third, and I'm enjoying it, so I'm not really feel like I'm losing out on anything right now. Now take a look at the wrapper on this with me. This Nicaraguan jalapa wrapper leaf has got a beautiful, very dark, oily presentation. It's a little bumpy here and there, but overall, nice even roll lines. This thing sort of jumps off the shelf at me as like one of Cohiba's nicer looking and better presented cigars. Even though there's a nice presentation across the lineup, they continue to pump out great quality, good looking and tasting stuff. But this thing still has some work to do. I'm a little anxious going into the final third as the wrapper seems to want to continue to split. I hope that it sort of gives that up at some point, but I also want to see it maintain and hold on to a lot of this flavor. That'll be important for scoring those final points for consistency. This thing looks like it's shaping up to be a 90 or 90 plus stick right now, but it's really down to like 1 or 2 points here and there that'll determine where it really lands. So I'm going to watch this now as we jump into the final third. So here we are, coming to the close of the Cohiba Royale, and I'll say, construction has improved quite a bit coming out of the second third. I kept the band on until I almost burned into the band smoking the thing, and then pulled it off and didn't have any other issues with the wrapper after that, and flavor on this thing continues to hold on really well too. The flavor profile is a little bit more muted now than it was, which is to be expected. At the same time, one small transition in this, as like a little bit of that chocolate has actually moved to the background. Coffee's a little further forward. I'm also picking out a nice cinnamon note, and that cinnamon note appears as I'm losing track of vanilla on the flavor. And so more coffee and cinnamon in this at the very end, but a nice flavor profile for there to actually be a flavor profile so close to the final third. Strength hasn't gotten outstandingly overwhelming on this or anything like that. And all around, my experience with the cigar has been a good one, even save the issues I had with the wrapper in the second third. Now, my final smoking time on this has been an astounding hour and 34 minutes on the Robusto size, lasted a really long time, and my final score came out to a 93, and that was substantially higher than the score that this cigar got from some other reviewers out there, so I'll tell you, take a look at those too. And again, a 93 is a good score, but whether or not this cigar is worth $25 a stick, that's ultimately up to you. And so I'll ask you, if you've had the Cohiba Royale, please drop a comment down below and let us know what you think about it, because we'll all learn better when we learn together. And check out this review on cigarsdailyplus.com, where you can even leave your rating for the cigar right next to mine underneath the video. And thank you all for supporting Cigars Daily. It means so much to our family here, and thank you for watching. This is Tim signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments.